We've got somebody here in the studio that coaches lots of athletes and probably has lots of favorite athletes right now. Dale Adkins is here. Dale's the Franklin County head volleyball coach. Good morning.
Morning.
Dale, let's ease you in. You got a favorite athlete of all time?
Sure. Well, I saw your question there. I would probably say the first one that came to mind was Chris Paul. Who used to play, who plays
CP3.
now. Yeah, who I honestly don't even know who he plays for now. But
he is really.
I actually got to meet him at a basketball camp probably about 20 years ago when he was actually still in college at Wake Forest, and we actually got to play some one-on-one together.
Oh, wow!
And, I got to just kind of talk to him and kind of pick his brain a little bit. And his college coach was there when he was at Wake Forest, a guy by the name of Skip Prosser, who I actually got a lot of coaching like advice and knowledge from. And so I just thought it was really cool that they just sat down with little old me who wasn't even a coach yet at the time.
Yeah. So that's something you knew you wanted to get into from the get-go, it sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you watched any, real quick, been able to watch any Olympics volleyball?
A little bit. I got to watch the opener with the U.S. women's team when they played China, and it was probably one of the most intense volleyball games I've ever watched. Like just the volleys and just the passion and the energy, it's incredible to watch nowadays.
Yeah, that was one of the sports that I watched during the Olympics men on the men's side. I never watch, of course, where are you going to watch men's volleyball? Usually it's not really on TV, but I love to watch during the Olympics. Fell in love with it when Karch Karai was playing. It might be before your time. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that.
Karch was and I loved it, and so I always watch it. And they're doing real well. I think they play again today, but they're doing super well so far. Look like they might be in contention. Anyway, Dale, tell us though about Franklin County volleyball. You all had 23 wins last season.
Yep. So this is my 7th year of running the program. Last year we had probably the best season we've had in 20 years. We went 23-11. We got to the regional tournament for the 3rd year in a row. We ended up in our district we have Great Crossing, who was like top 5 in the state last year, who we actually went 4 with and probably could have went 5 with, and then in the first round of region we ended up drawing Dunbar, who was ranked 3rd in the state. So our last 2 games were very hard games, but we went forward with both of them. We really like the direction our program is going into this year. You're seeing some pictures from Bluegrass State Games this past weekend. We lost 7 seniors from last year's team. We actually only have 5 returning from last year's team, so we've got a lot of new ones that are seeing varsity for the first time, and we're kind of throwing them right in the deep end right away.
That's the way to do it, I think. Just put them in there.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Sink or swim.
Yeah. Tell us about the Bluegrass State Games.
Sure. So we went. So we go there every year. It's just a big preseason tournament that a lot of teams all around the state of Kentucky come to. So they do. So we basically, the structure is you do 2 games on Friday. Then based on how you do there, you get put into another pool on Saturday where you play 3 games, and then based on how you do there, they put you into what's called flights, which is like brackets. And we won both our games on Friday, beat 2 very, very good teams in Highlands and Johnson Central, who actually won their region last year. Okay. We won all 3 of our games on Saturday. We actually beat a team who was probably going to be top 10 in the state this year. And then, so we ended up making it all the way to the championship flight. We play Lafayette first game on Sunday, beat them. They're very well coached, very much improved. And then we ended up playing Sacred Heart, who's number 3 in the state, and they showed us why they're number 3 in the state of Kentucky.
But it sounds like you all are making great progress, especially you've been there 7 years, and it sounds like, just a lot of progress has been made. What for you right now, is there a blueprint in mind that you've been following, and then do you have next steps, to keep growing? Just coming in, I had high expectations.
you gotta just lay down your expectations and just stay firm to it. And I mean, it's there's always times throughout each season that'll kind of challenge you a little bit. And I think just sticking to your guns and just we preach teamwork, good attitudes, coachable, high energy players. And it's just, it just seems like each year we just keep getting better and better.
Mm-hmm.
So how long has the program been around at Franklin County?
I want to say like late 90s was like the first year, like when it kind of got introduced to, I think, the public schools in Kentucky.
Yeah, because when I was in high school, we didn't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great sport. And I think that more and more kids now are getting interested in it, for sure.
Well, it's actually, in the state of Kentucky, it's actually the most popular women's sport in the state. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
It's fun to watch.
It is fun to
I
watch,
really
yeah.
enjoy watching
Yeah.
it. Enjoyed watching Kentucky's run when they won a national championship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch. My daughter just started playing this past year. She was in 6th grade. It's hard to watch those who haven't played.
It is. Yeah, that's a whole difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know, you just have to stick with it and just practice, and again, that's when the good things happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I tell a lot of the middle school players when they come in, I said, everybody's got to start somewhere.
That's right, exactly.
So, one thing too we've been trying to do over the last few years is we've been running an elementary school camp at our school. This is our third year we've done it. We did it for incoming 1st grade through 6th grade this year.
Okay.
Had about 33, 34 girls there. And
Wow.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've heard about guys like Dan Hurley being a maniac and just being obsessed with basketball, and he watches European women's basketball. He watches basketball on every level to try to pick up tricks. And what do you do to kind of add folds and things into your game? What do you study? Are you out there watching all kinds of tape on volleyball?
Well, I mean, especially this time of year, I'm pretty much watching volleyball 24/7. My wife thinks I'm a little obsessed with it sometimes.
You have to be.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I think so.
But yeah, I'm always constantly watching our tape, watching other tape, getting coaching advice from people all around the state. Just always trying to find ways to get better.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we're doing the math right, it looks like maybe if things go well this season, you might become the all-time winningest volleyball coach at Franklin County.
Yeah. So our librarian at Elkhorn, a woman by the name of Kate Osterloh, is our all-time winningest coach. She's at 101. And I did the calculating, over the summer, and I'm at 92. So so at win number 9, I will tie her.
Yeah, and I can remember, from being here as long as I have, some good teams under Coach Osterloh.
Yes. So the only time that Franklin County made the state tournament was back in 2002 when Kate was their coach.
Yeah. And then we've got tell us about the Capital City Classic.
Sure. So the Capital City Classic is a tournament that we run every year. We have 16 teams, counting us, that's going to be coming, and we're going to do it tournament style this year. So we're excited to see how that goes. Everybody gets 4 games, and basically the team that wins all 4 of their games wins the tournament. So we're real excited this year that Western Hills is going to come on board and co-host the second day of it with us this year. So we're excited about that. Trying to get more of the community involved with that.
And just like over there at Memorial, they're making some improvements. It sounds like you all are doing the same.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of a hot mess over there at the school right now. But yeah, when everything's finished, it's gonna be really awesome. They just put these 2 big jumbo screens in our gyms. They put it in both ours and Hills. So we're excited to see. We kind of get to be the team that like plays around with it first and kind of sees how everything works. We are also, us and Hills are in the process of getting an auxiliary gym built. right off of our main gym. So that's
yeah.
pretty exciting. So again, it kind of looks a little crazy over there right now, and it will for a lot of the year.
And they're doing that at both high schools, right?
Yes, they're doing it at both high schools. Yep. So, but yeah, we're real excited about what Franklin County is doing to help not just volleyball but all the sports around. I've been hearing things like this auxiliary gym's going to have like a golf simulator in it for the golf team, and maybe like a couple little like bowling lanes or whatever.
Oh,
so
sweet.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, I need to sneak in there if we got some bowling lanes. So tell us, what are expectations like this year? What are you hoping for?
So the most wins that a Franklin County team has had was that 2002 year when they were, I think, 26-12. So we're hoping this year to try to break the school record for most wins in a year. We think our district this year is pretty wide open. I mean, I know Great Crossing's kind of been the gold standard in that district for a while, but they lost some really good players and are trying to replace. So we think our district this year is pretty wide open. Also, too, it's been nice to see Western Hills has gotten a lot better this year.
Yeah.
Mark Wallace is doing a really good job over there. Frankfort High's going to be much improved this year. They've got a new coach as well.
Oh, yeah,
he's been there. He's been there. He just hasn't been the head coach.
Right.
But yeah, we're excited to see what happens this year. I mean, it could be pretty much anybody who gets hot at the right time.
Well, again, a fun sport to watch, and proud of the work that you do with those students. And it's team sports are just so important for kids these days. Helps build some confidence too.
It really is. Coach has been, it's nice having you here. Good to see you again. I really hope you all have a fantastic season, and encourage everybody to get out there and watch it in the new spruced up gym.